after the amount of hemming and hawing we heard about this assignment over spring break, I decided to do the assignment to see really if it's worthy of complaints.
You want me to do the 7th grade one?
Yeah, I would probably do the 7th grade one.
Well, for you too.
So here we go. I'm going to do this assignment. If it takes ridiculous amounts of time, fine. I'll change it. If it doesn't, then we will continue with what was stated originally. All right, so again, this was the test that was given in, what's it called? Louisiana. And we'll go through the questions one at a time. And let's see what we get. All right. So we have a title page, administration instructions, blah, 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 blah. All right. So I am going to enlarge this. What model is not a function? Well, you know that a function has to pass the vertical line test. So if there's a vertical line anywhere in the function, it doesn't pass. So if I look at this, I notice that every x value has one corresponding y value. Therefore, this is a function because there is one corresponding y value for every x. Here we have one corresponding y value for every x again. Now, it just happens that the y value is the same for all of my x's, and this will produce a horizontal line. And a horizontal line is going to be a function because it passes the vertical line test. Question B, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different values for one x. That would produce a vertical line. It would produce a vertical line at where x is equal to 2. This would clearly fail the vertical line test. So the answer is C. This is not a function. Question 2. Janet graphed a triangle on the coordinate grid shown. She then rotated the thing 90 degrees clockwise. Now the easiest way to deal with these types of problems, oh, it's not going to let me do that. Oh well, I'll just rotate the whole page. The easiest way to deal with this problem is to rotate your paper about the origin clockwise. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So now we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the negatives are down here, the negatives are here. So now we have B prime as 4, 2, 4, 2. A prime is 4, 4. C prime is 1, 2. So let's rotate this paper back. No, it's not going to do it. How obnoxious. So you would have an easier time of this because you are able to just rotate the paper. So I rotated it back, and so let's see what the question's asking. What are the coordinates of the vertices of A prime, B prime, C prime after rotation? Well, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. These two do not match, so I can strike them right away. The next one's 4, 2. That matches this one, not this one, so the answer is D. Question 3. The choir director set up chairs for a concert with an equal number of rows and columns. So we have a square. The number of chairs in each row and column is represented by the algebraic expression square root of y, where y is the total number of chairs. What is the number of chairs in each row and in each column if y equals 81? Well, square root of 81 is equal to 9. All right. So hopefully we're doing okay. We've done 3 problems, and it really didn't take a whole lot of time so far. Sorry for the delay. So I'm just checking the answers. C, D, B. We are good. All right. Next problem. Rectangle LOSP has the length shown with some line segments and that are perpendicular. So that means they all meet a 90-degree angle. Which shape is similar to rectangle LOSP? So this rectangle. And our similarity rules say that this has a ratio of 12 over, thank you, 18. 12 over 18 can be reduced. 6 goes into both of them, so that's 2 over 3. Well, let's take a look at our rectangles. This rectangle here is 4 over 12, which equals 1 over 3. Now, well, that doesn't work. Remember, we're looking for a ratio that's equivalent. 6 over 12 is equal to, sorry, 1/2. Now, clearly, the only option is the last one here. 8 over 12 is equal to, well, 4 goes into both of them, 2/3. So it should be, it should have NOSR. But that's not an option. So it gives us LMQP. LMQP. Well, we've disproven that one. LNRQ. So it's a LNRN. PR. The Canyon. Welcome to Louisiana. This one. Now we haven't tried that one, so this is 10 over 12. That's 5 over 6. That does not work. MNRQ. We've disproven that one. OSRN. Right, yeah, there we go. So that's the one right there. The answer is D. Paul creates a scatter plot with a negative association. This negative association is simply stating that there is a negative slope. And the scatter plot is entitled Minutes Spent at the Mall. So we have minutes at mall. And we have a scatter plot that looks like this. So as you spend more minutes at the mall, something is decreasing. Well, will the amount that you walk decrease? No, because you're going to be walking more. The money available to spend? Yeah, probably. That's going to go down because as you move places, you're going to spend more money. So that's clearly the best option. All right, 6. Use a graph below to answer the question. Quadrilateral PQRS will be rotated 90 degrees clockwise about the origin in equilateral, resulting in equilateral PQ prime, Q prime, R prime, S prime. Which statement is true? Okay. First, RS will be parallel. Well, RS cannot be parallel. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Just make life easy. So I'm going to draw this shape. Now, if I were you, I would just take my paper and rotate it. But since that was such an arduous thing to do last time, let's just draw. So I rotate it 90 degrees clockwise again. This looks something like that. So RS and S prime. Definitely. Actually, you know what? Let's make life even easier. I'm going to rotate this back. Let's go cute. So I'm going to redraw it, but I'm going to put in my letters so that I don't have to guess. It'll make it easier to see where things end up. All right. So P. There we go. So RS prime is definitely not parallel. So we can strike this right away. SP is parallel to R prime S prime. Well, that is reasonably close. That's reasonably close. Let's see if we can find a better answer, though. Let's keep going. The angle measure of P prime will be 80 degrees. Well, was it 80 degrees already? No. And you know, similar shapes do not change angle measurements. The angle of Q will be 80 degrees. Well, if Q is originally 80 degrees, Q prime will be 80 degrees. So this is the only one that will be true because similar shapes do not change angle measurements. 7. Donna rode her bike for 3 miles. She traveled 18 miles per hour for the first mile, 15 miles per hour for the second, 21 for her third hour. Which diagram shows the most likely landscape of Donna's ride? So she was going fast. So she was going faster the first mile, slower the second section, and faster for the last one. So I would expect that it's going to be going downhill, then a little up, and then more down. Something like that. Is there one that fits that? Oh, yes, there is. D. Alright, next problem. Camille placed blocks on a table in rows and columns. All the rows and columns had the same number of blocks in them and formed a square, which could be the total number of blocks. Campbell, you can't touch that. Which could be the total number of blocks Camille placed on the table. So all the rows and columns had the same number of blocks in them. It formed a square. So we're looking for a number that is a square number. And the only square number we have here is 121, which means you have an 11 by 11 square. Tess was right. It's going to be hard to show your work because most of them don't require work. Use a grid below to answer. You have a rectangle RSTU and it's rotated about point T. So I'm going to take point T right here. All right. And I'm going to draw this, maybe. How about another color? How about red? There we go. And we learned from our last time, let's put in our letters. And we're going to rotate about point T to create a similar shape. The x-coordinate of point T prime is less than the x-coordinate of point U. And their y-coordinates are equal. Alright, well the only way to make that true is if we rotated this right here. So now we have their y values are equal and t is less than u. What are the coordinates of point R prime? Well, it is 13, 4. So is 13, 4 an option? It is. It's C. And so we're good. Oh, you're welcome. So you got everything answered?
Yep.
Okay. Next question.